This is the man who carried out terrifying sex attacks on dozens of women, most of them in the same London borough, but police failed to take 45-year-old football coach Kirk Reid off the streets for 6 years. This is the second time this year that Scotland Yard's been hauled over the coals over its response to sex attackers. That's after the force was criticised for failing to take the victims of taxi driver rapist John Warboy seriously. A second Independent Police Complaints Commission investigation has now laid bare sustained failure to tackle Reid by Wandsworth Police in southwest London. Reid was jailed for life last year for 27 sex offences. Police first noticed the pattern of attacks in 2002, but they focused on the wrong man, even when DNA tests ruled him out. 2 years later, Reid was flagged up as a potential suspect, but his DNA wasn't taken, even though samples were recovered from crime scenes. It wasn't until 2008 that specialist officers took over the case and arrested Reid within 3 days. A superintendent and 2 inspectors will now face a misconduct panel after being blamed for neglecting to prioritise the investigation. Deborah Glass is from the IPCC.
The failure to take a serial sex offender off the streets of London years earlier is a shameful chapter in the history of the Metropolitan Police. When considered alongside the failings in the Warboys case, their overall effect on public confidence cannot be overstated.
We are deeply sorry for the harm suffered by all the victims and for failing to bring Reid to justice earlier. The IPCC report acknowledges the significant amount of work which has already been carried out by the MPS and in the way that we deal with victims of rape and sexual assault in the response to both the Warboys and the Reid cases.